What's good, everyone? Welcome back to United Facts TV 876, and we're going to go into some news regarding Antony, as well as some news about the Glazers. So at this time, I implore you to smash that like button, subscribe if you're new, share this with a friend. Let's proceed. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so we're getting straight into it. So, we all know that a teammate to the player who we are now discussing, which is Mason Greenwood, we all knew the saga that went on. He was reportedly being investigated for sexual assault and abuse, right? So, the domestic violence in itself. Now, we all knew what happened with that saga. He was suspended from the Man United team, and he was chastised, as understandable as the situation is and why a lot of persons would chastise him. Now, a year on, his teammate in a very recent addition, and when I say recent, I don't mean in the window that just closed, but he has just signed for the club last year, is now in such similar allegations. Now, we're going to read an article which was posted earlier today by Fabrizio Romano. It says here, breaking. Antony replies to claims that he attacked former girlfriend, which is now under investigation. Right? It will be on the screen right here. So it says, Brazilian media reported that Man United winger Antony is being investigated by the Sao Paulo court for domestic violence against his ex-girlfriend Gabriela Cavallini. Don't know if I pronounced that properly. Antony has replied with an official statement, and it reads as follows. Out of respect for my fans, friends, and family, I feel obligated to speak publicly about the false accusation I have been a victim of. From the beginning, I have handled this issue seriously and with respect, providing the due clarifications to the police authority. The police inquest is under cover of justice. Therefore, I cannot make its content public. However, I can say that 100% with 100% confidence that the accusations are false and that the evidence already produced and more to be produced show that I am innocent of the accusations made. My relationship with Miss Gabriela was tumultuous, with verbal offense from both sides, but I never practiced any physical aggression. Every time, whether in testimony or in interview, she presents a different version of the accusations. Thus, I come to deny the accusations made and inform that I remain at the full disposal of the Brazilian authorities to clarify what is needed in this case. In closure now, I trust that the ongoing police investigations will reveal the truth about my innocence, Antony says. Now, alright, let me just get into it a little bit. Now, we all knew that most evidence about Mason Greenwood says that he was guilty. And now we see what's being transpired. He's now back with his partner who he was allegedly being abusive to. Now they're in a happy relationship, having a child, living their best life. This situation, in contrary, is that the player in this case let's also remember Greenwood did not deny anything per se. There was no comments being made on Greenwood's side. Now, this one, however, we are seeing a statement being produced by the player that he is innocent and that he did not commit such acts. Now, we don't know if what is being accused is actually the truth, or it is that the woman is pulling a stunt and she is trying to get paid, because it seems as though this is a trend nowadays with a lot of women who are after these footballers. However, let me just give my viewpoint. This is not good for Manchester United to see that we have so many players in recent times. Two is too much, right? To be accused of these things. And if it is the case where these ladies are preying on these footballers, we have to just shed a light that these women are being unfair, abusive, and violent in that respect to men in this scenario, right? We need to talk about the feelings of men in these times, right? However, I don't dispute the fact that domestic violence is actually a thing and that it is very serious. But being that it's been a common theme being reflected in Manchester United, something is wrong, and it's not good with all of these things circulating around the club regarding the uncertainty of the sale and what have you, which we're going to get into in just a few minutes. But just to highlight it, this is bad. Another player, possibly his career going down the drain, or he's going through another mental battle with a female. Now, let's just hope that the proper investigation will be done, people, and that the truth will come to the light as it needs to be. Moving right along now. Now, let's speak about some news that came in regarding the stock share for Manchester United. Now, excuse the noise in the background, ladies and gentlemen, alright? If you're hearing any noise in the background. Now, it says here that Man United's price on the New York Stock Exchange plummets by more than 600 million as the Glazer family prepare to take club off the market. Now, I have mentioned this earlier on in a video that I did previously, that it seems to me that this is just a big Ponzi scheme, right? To see if we will have respective bidders for the club, or to see how demanding is Manchester United by our owners. Now, I have said this, I don't believe, or there's a thing in me that is saying that the club is probably not for sale. Now, me hearing after so much delays that it may not be for sale, it's not surprising, because how everything has been transpired regarding the sale of the club. There were too many excuses, too many loopholes that were coming in, too many persons or outlets saying that we're getting this bid, that bid, X, Y, and Z. There was no concrete news being put forth regarding the status of the sale of the club. Now, for me, let's see what happens as time transpires. But to see that the stock market the value of Manchester United dropped significantly. It says a lot. And as such, I think the Glazers need to cash in right now, because their presence in itself is naturally going to deplete the value of the club, because they're not investing in infrastructure for the club. That is the first thing, right? And with depleted infrastructure, it doesn't hold significant value. Now, not speaking about infrastructure at this point in time, let's speak about human resource, the players, right? Poor investment in incomings and poor management of the outgoings. This shows you how poorly the club is being managed by the Glazers, right? These are the recipes of disaster that has been at the club post Alex Ferguson, right? Poor investment in the team, poor investment in infrastructure, right? And the constant sacking and constant hiring of managers also causes the club to be in a debtful state, right? Also, the overpayment of players, and I have also heard at one point in time that they invest millions of dollars for player announcements in the past. Prime example, when Zlatan was signed, not going into all the players who got this big ovation on their unveiling to the fans. So we need change from the very top of the club. So, ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the day, the Glazers needs to leave the club. And this is what this plummet in stock shares indicates. The longer they stay, the more the value drops. Alright, so that's the end of this video. We'll come back tomorrow with more updates, with more news. Right, it's now the international break. Let's see what will happen post international break. And for those who are in a little corner where they're not up to date or abreast, with the latest, Amrabat has officially been announced on the United channel, on United page rather. So that's a plus, and again, I am happy he's here, but I'm not happy that he's not here permanently. But let's see what happens. Let's see if he plays well, and let's see if he deserves the contract. But yes, people, that's it for this video. Like, share, subscribe. See you in the next one. We're tuning out.